Hey everyone, it's Aisha Love, founder of Multidimensional You. Here I am in this beautiful property outside Zion National Park. Welcome to the second installment of Evolving the Healer Within series. The first installment was when I was fresh in this huge unraveling. I'm still in it, a little more integrated per se. So I, as usual, have no idea what wants to be presenced in this video. What is coming through is that the vastness of this natural landscape that I'm in, you'll see some of these images here, is mimicking and reflecting the vastness that we are. And that this next expansion is the dropping away of the individuated, separated silo of self and resourcing ourselves as the vast expanse. And there is not much to be said as much as felt, emanated, expressed. I'm sure you can feel it. There's the wind. Part of the feature of dropping all the stories is that we are free and present for what is, which is this high degree, vast degree of expansion, because the expansiveness is. The other thing that feels really compelling to share is, how do we apply this? I can talk about really esoteric concepts, and many of the world's mystical traditions have for a long time, but when my feet hit the ground this morning in this beautiful retreat center villa here, I'll probably be doing some events at in the coming years here, I felt more solid than ever, which I thought was a strange paradox given the fact that everything's coming apart. I couldn't make sense of that in the first moment. And then it occurred to me, and I kind of heard, well, love has always been the foundation. I've been saying that for years, and then it took on a completely new meaning, right? Love is the foundation. So when everything else falls away, what could be more solid, stable, sturdy than love? So this isn't an esoteric, let's be transcendental and drop everything in a cerebral exercise. It's a stripping away, a dropping away, a releasing, a dissolving of everything that isn't the most expansive truth, which has always been love. This is why so many people, when they have near-death experiences, cross over and experience this. It's a return home to that. And again, all the levels are still creations, they're still stories. All the different levels of heaven, Jacob's ladder, stairway to heaven, you can think of it that way. I think of it as living creation. I see a lot of the geometries and the templates, but it's all still a story. And there are a handful of folks that have made it all the way back through all that. And they kind of, I'm noticing, say something pretty similar to what we're talking about in this series. Bring it down to brass tacks in the role of healer, which I know we're still going to be playing in that construct a bit, with the knowledge that it's a story, the awareness, the giggle that it's a story. Pretty effective to be the expansive love of the all that is, without distortion, limitation, dis-ease. Kind of makes, there's some logic there, isn't there? Yeah. So I hope you can feel, I chose this on purpose, like you can really feel the reflection as the sun just set of this beautiful view, and that is Zion right out there that's being reflected. And of course, what is the meaning of Zion, right? In the vast expanse of not reaching, striving, or questioning comes information. So in the shower, I received the next part of the itinerary. I wasn't even sure if there was going to be another part. I don't have a story about what I'm doing down here. Some thoughts have crossed my mind. I've done some field work. I've had some fun, been laughing, but mostly I just am. And there's a certain kind of relief in reclaiming this kind of expansion and not having a bunch of stories about it. What I'm really hearing strongly right now is that This matters because then you are available for what is. And it's almost like what's been like right in front of our noses the whole time, but we kind of missed it somehow. And I'm being shown that a lot of this state, while we are going to work through the grief of like the loss of the identity constructs and the loss of the meaning and the narratives and the purpose and all that, what's waiting for us are all of the beautiful, simple joys that many people who, maybe were told they have like limited time and then they get like a second round. My dad was like that. He got terminal diagnosis of cancer in his mid-20s, and then it was like, oh, actually, never mind. Not going to die after all. He went on to have 40 more years. And so he had a kind of appreciation and presence and being in the present moment and a zest for life and all the simple joys. It's exquisite out here. So I'm happy to share this with you. So this is a kind of a short and sweet and simple message today. Enjoy the expansion that comes on the release of all the stories. Enjoy having love as a very solid foundation going forward. And with that in mind, know that I'm more present and available than ever before. So, telepathic connection, need some help with something, encouragement, just a loving presence, I'm here. Just call me in. People have reported that over the years, but it feels like it's going to be especially true going forward. I don't think I'm changing my name, but you never know. I just do what's inner directed without too much question anymore. On the way back into the resort here and this property, what did we see walking down the road but a bobcat? Beautiful. Went off the side of the road and just stopped, and I looked right into its beautiful eyes. It's magical. It's the first one I've ever seen in the wild. I've seen lots of other amazing wild creatures, but never a bobcat, so I feel the need to bring the bobcat medicine through as well. All right, I love you all very much. Here's to not taking ourselves too freaking seriously. Mm-hmm.